Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about the invisible backbone of pretty much every big company or school network out there, Active Directory. The best way to think about it is like an airport's control tower, directing all the traffic and making sure everything runs smoothly and securely. So, let's step inside this control tower and see exactly how it all works. I mean, seriously, just picture it for a second. Planes landing whenever and wherever they want. Or an IT admin just running around frantically trying to update passwords and install software on 1,000 different computers, one by one. It would be absolute chaos, right? Well, preventing that exact kind of chaos is why Active Directory was invented in the first place. So this is the fundamental choice, isn't it? You've got the total mess of individual management on one side versus the clean, organized world of a centralized system. The entire promise of Active Directory is to move an organization from the left side of the screen over to the right. Before a system like this existed, IT management was, well, kind of the Wild West. Every single user account, every security setting had to be configured locally on every single machine. For any company with more than just a handful of computers, this wasn't just inefficient, it was a massive security risk waiting to happen.
So, how do you bring order to all that chaos? Well, you build a control tower. And in the world of IT, that control tower is called Active Directory. It's Microsoft's elegant solution for creating one single point of command for the entire network.
So what is it officially? At its core, Active Directory is what we call a directory service. You can think of it as a massive, super organized phone book for literally everything on the network. Every user, every computer, every printer, all managed from one central spot. But a control tower is just a building, right? The real work is done by the person inside. In Active Directory, that's the domain controller. It's the server that acts as the air traffic controller. It's the one checking your password when you log in and making sure all the rules of the network are being followed. But Active Directory doesn't just control things. It's also brilliant at organizing them. It creates this logical structure for the whole network, which is totally key to managing permissions the right way. So how does it sort everything out? Okay, at the most basic level, we have users and groups. A user is exactly what it sounds like. It's an account for a person. But the real power, the real efficiency comes from groups. Instead of giving 200 staff members access to a shared folder one by one, you just put them all in the staff group and give that one group access. So much simpler. And to take that organization a step further, we have something called organizational units, or OUs for short. These are basically the folders of your network. They let you group users and computers together by department, like sales, or maybe by location, like the main office versus the warehouse. Let's bring it back to our control tower analogy. If the users are the pilots and the computers are the planes, then OUs are their assigned hangars. This system keeps everything neatly organized and makes it super easy to manage whole sections of the airport all at once. Okay, so we've got everything organized. Now, how does the control tower actually enforce the rules of the air? How does it make sure everyone is flying safely and following protocol? Well, that's where policies come into play. The main tool for this are Group Policy Objects, or GPOs, and these things are incredibly powerful. A GPO is like a digital rulebook that an administrator can write and then apply to specific users, computers, or even entire organizational units. And the process is just beautifully straightforward. An admin decides on a rule, they link that rule to a specific group of people or computers, and boom, the system automatically enforces it everywhere it's supposed to. There's no need to touch a single individual machine. So what can these rules actually do? Well, here's a classic example. An admin can create one GPO that says every single password in the entire company must be at least 12 characters long. With just one rule, they've instantly enforced a critical security standard across the whole organization. All right, so let's pull all these pieces together. We have a central directory, it's organized into logical units, and we have rules that can be applied to them. This whole centralized system is what makes modern IT management even possible. And this is why it all matters so much. With Active Directory, you control every single login from one place. You can enforce security standards everywhere, instantly. When someone joins or leaves the company, changing their access takes literally seconds. And you can make sure people only see the files and resources they're actually supposed to see. And we're not talking about a small scale here. Large organizations have thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of users and devices. Trying to manage that level of complexity without a centralized system like Active Directory would be, to put it simply, impossible. All right, let's do a quick check on the key players we've met. First up was the domain controller. Remember that one? That's the brain of the operation. It's our air traffic controller that authenticates users and enforces all the policies. Then we had organizational units, or OUs. Those are the hangars in our airport. They're the folders used to group users and computers together. That way, you can apply specific rules to them easily and keep the whole network tidy. And finally, we had the rules themselves, group policy objects, or GPOs. The perfect example is that password rule, enforcing a long, complex password for everybody. GPOs are the tool that admins use to set those critical, organization-wide rules for security and configuration. So, the next time you log in at work or at school, just remember that invisible control tower working silently in the background. That one password you type in unlocks a whole world managed by domain controllers and protected by group policies, all designed to turn total chaos into perfect control. Knowing this, how differently do you think about the simple act of just logging in?